Welcome to Palo Financial Group's monthly video. Here we give relative information and education to our clients and friends regarding the market, being an investor, and retirement. Every month we like to pick a quote that ties in to the content that we're presenting each month. This month's quote is, "A goal without a plan is just a wish." And it was said by the famous Frenchman, author and poet Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. And yes, I just slaughtered the pronunciation of his name with my Texas accent, so I do apologize. But please do think about how that famous quote, "A goal without a plan is just a wish," and how it ties into the importance of making sure that everything is in correct order and that the beneficiary designations are correct in the event of your death. So how can you ensure you leave behind a legacy maximizing your money now and in the future to your beneficiaries? Using the correct beneficiary designations on your accounts and proper estate planning is key into making your inheritance that you're leaving behind pass through to your loved ones in the most streamlined and cost-efficient way. So listen up to see how you can better prepare today. If married, make sure your non-retirement or brokerage accounts are set up as joint. In the state of Texas, we are a community property state, which means certain assets are considered 100% owned by each person. Therefore, when one party dies, the account gets 100% of the balance stepped up in cost basis. This is huge. Let me give you a real life example. We had a new client come in. She was a recent widow. She brought all her financial documents with her for us to review. When we were looking at one of her accounts, it was set up as an individual account. Even before she was married, she made this decision. She wanted to make a change to her investment inside of this account, but it meant she would have to pay long-term capital gains on the sale of the stock inside. Once they were married, if she would have properly set it up as a joint account, when her husband passed away last year, she would have gotten a step up on the cost basis inside of that account and would have paid little to no tax when she sold her stock inside of that account. Many other assets, such as real estate, work in this manner as well. Point 2, it is important to know what assets you have that will pass to your beneficiaries outside of probate. Why? Probate is a matter of public record, which means personal, family, and financial information may become exposed to the public. There may be considerable costs, including court, attorney, and executor fees, all of which get deducted from the value of the estate. Another great way to keep assets outside of probate is to add TOD as part of the registration. This allows the funds to transfer on death to your named beneficiaries and avoid probate. Life insurance also passes tax-free outside of probate to your beneficiaries. Yes, life insurance is a great way to ensure your family will get an inheritance, but many people use life insurance as liquidity for their estate, whether to settle debts or pay a tax bill. Life insurance provides a relatively quick payout that's tax-free. Number 3, know how your retirement accounts will pass to your beneficiaries. Oftentimes, this is the big account that people have been contributing to throughout their whole life. So you want to know exactly how are your beneficiaries going to receive their portion on this account. This retirement account, such as your 401k, IRA, 403b, there's others. From now on, I'm going to refer to them as an IRA. You received a tax deduction when you contributed to this account. It grows tax deferred, and when you take the money out, you are taxed at ordinary income. How are these accounts treated to your beneficiaries? Well, it depends on what kind of beneficiary they are. Spouses can inherit the IRA, maybe continue to take the RMD, still keep on track with the income strategy as the owner had it planned. Or he or she can become the owner themselves and treat it as if it were their IRA. This is a good strategy for someone who is much younger than their spouse who passed away, and they may want to delay their RMDs inside of this account. So what happens if the beneficiary is not a spouse, such as a child, sibling, or friend? The new Secure Act changed the time frame beneficiaries must completely withdraw their portion of the IRA. They must completely withdraw the funds within a 10-year period. They can choose to strategically take it out over time to minimize the tax bill, or even all at once. This is important to consider when adding beneficiaries to your retirement account and how their potential tax bill will be affected. If you have a charity or a nonprofit as a beneficiary on this type of account, they receive it 100% tax-free. Let me share a quick case study that mirrors the importance of these beneficiary rules that we discussed today. These are not real people used in this illustration, just for educational purposes. Mr. Smith has a brokerage account with $500,000. He has one adult son. He also has a $500,000 IRA. He wants to leave his money to his church as well as his son. He currently has 50% going to the church and the other 50% going to his son on his brokerage account and on his IRA. To him, it sounds perfectly logical to accomplish his goal. However, Mr. Smith could ensure more of his money will go to all his beneficiaries instead of Uncle Sam in a more efficient manner. If he changes the beneficiaries on his brokerage account to go 100% to his son would get a step up in basis and can easily use the money as he needs to on the date of his father's death. The IRA would go 100% to the church, which is a 501c charitable organization, tax-free. No one would have ever paid tax on that money left inside of that account. This is one little example of how having a plan to accomplish your goal of passing your legacy to your loved ones and important organizations matters. If you have small children or have a more complex estate, it is always recommended to meet with an estate attorney. If you would like for us to review your current accounts and beneficiaries, we would be happy to assist. Here at Palo Financial Group, we plan, protect, and live intentionally. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next month.